Fixing a dodgy tape. Basically, the tape's got mould on it. It's apparently quite a common problem with 8mm tape. Because it's so thin, it doesn't take much for it to get mould on it, and it makes it stick on the reel, which makes it snap. I say snap, it doesn't actually snap, it tears, and it tears long ways. So then that portion of tape is completely useless. So what you've got to do is you've got to very carefully unravel every last inch of tape on the reel and reel it back on. You've got to do it gradually, bit by bit, and you've got to do it with no tension on it whatsoever. The slightest bit of tension will cause it to tear again. The whole reason I'm doing this is so that I can digitize all of these tapes from way back. I think these are from around 2001, 2002. I don't actually know what I'm going to find on them, but on this camera that I'm filming this on, this one's actually digital. It's a digital 8 camcorder, and these tapes were recorded in analog. Because back in the early 2000s, me being an unruly teenager, me and my mates used to borrow my dad's camera when he wasn't about and wasn't aware that we were borrowing it, and we used to make skateboarding videos. We weren't exactly careful with it. Eventually got damaged, and the tape heads obviously became misaligned or just flat out dead. I'm no camera expert, so I'm not even going to try and explain or figure out what went wrong, but that camera is long gone now. I managed to get a hold of one second hand. It's in the post now, although it's not the same brand, it should still play the tapes. So the Sony camcorder that my dad had, and it's pretty much the analog version of this one that I'm filming on. It's a sharp view cam. I managed to get one for about 20 quid including postage, which isn't too bad. The Sony ones, there's a few on eBay and they can still get about up to 150 quid, or at least they're selling for that anyway. I just wanted to spend as little as possible, you being me, hence why I'm doing this when I could get a professional to do it for me. Hopefully that should arrive tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then some point within the next couple of days. Hopefully we'll find some interesting footage on them. You may or may not get to see some of it. I'm not going to make any promises because some of the stuff that we filmed back in the day was, let's just say questionable, not fit for human consumption. If there's any skateboarding on it, then yeah, you'll definitely see that at some point. Right, I think I'm going to stop filming there because you don't need to sit and watch me do this for another half an hour, whatever. These are the two cameras I've been using to digitize my 8mm tapes. This one's my dad's Sony digital handycam. It's been lying gathering dust for about 15 years. This is a sharp view cam I bought recently, which is an analog 8mm camcorder. There's two types of tapes. This one is a high 8 and this is an 8mm or Video8 tape. They look more or less identical, but there's a few differences. They can be used interchangeably when recording, albeit with varying quality, but the digital camera can't read analog recordings and vice versa. For example, this is what I found on the broken tape. It's a digital recording on a Video8 tape. There's nothing much worth showing here. However, I've got a couple of analog tapes from a family holiday back in 2002. Yes, I took my skateboarding holiday to Spain. Yes, it was roasting. No, I regret nothing. I already did a whole load of VHS tapes years ago. One of them was this same holiday, although the tape was pretty badly degraded, and I'll show you both of them side by side for comparison, and it's a huge improvement. It's like night and day. The capture from the camera isn't perfect either. These flickers are apparently caused by the frame rate being slightly mismatched. It's annoying, but it's still 100 times better than the VHS rip. Anyway, I managed to recover about 90% of the footage. Unfortunately not all of it, some of it was on another tape which would have been recorded over by now. What I did find is an absolute cracker that wasn't on the VHS tape and I thought it was lost forever. You will get to see this very soon, so make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications because you don't want to miss this.